Before we begin, if emotional, life-changing African stories inspire you, hit the like button, subscribe, and tell us where you're watching from. Your engagement keeps these powerful stories alive. Now, listen closely, because this is the story of a young woman who married a wealthy widower, thinking she had found paradise. But instead, she walked straight into a mansion where secrets breathe, where love becomes survival, and where one woman's death curse was never what it seemed. This is The Price of a Second Wife. Chisimdi was one of the most hard-working girls in Umudara village. Every morning, with her little brother Kachi, she arranged oranges, pineapples, and mangoes under an old palm tree, praying the day would be kind. Everyone loved her gentle smile. Everyone, except her aunt, Mama Ejika, a woman who believed poverty was a disease, and that Chisimdi was born to be nothing. One hot afternoon, 3 black SUVs rolled into the village square. Men dressed in expensive kaftans stepped out. Behind them was Chief Okonta, a wealthy widower known for 2 things: his intimidating presence and his mysterious life. He bought fruits from her stall, came back the next day, and the next. He spoke gently, always with a sad smile, as if life had wounded him deeply. Within weeks, he proposed. The village scattered into 2 camps. She is lucky. A poor girl marrying a rich man. Ah, but he is too old, too quiet, too strange. But her aunt pushed her aggressively. Do you want to die selling fruits? Marry him and lift us out of shame. Chisimdi agreed, but her spirit was uneasy. Little did she know that marriage was the doorway to a life she would never escape unchanged. The chief's mansion was massive. Marble floors, gold chandeliers, glass so clean it felt invisible. But behind its beauty, darkness breathed quietly. From the moment she stepped in, Chisimdi noticed strange things. A long hallway on the east wing was always cold. At the end of it stood a large wooden door with iron locks. The chief held her hand and whispered, "Promise me, never enter that room." She hesitated. He squeezed her hand harder. "Never." Then there was the massive portrait of his late wife, Idara. Every morning, fresh flowers appeared beneath it, but no one ever admitted arranging them. Servants stopped talking whenever Chisimdi walked by. The elderly nanny stared at her stomach like she was waiting for something to grow. At night, the chief held her desperately. "We must have a child," he whispered. "We must, please." He prayed like a man begging for his life. She didn't understand it then, but soon she would. 3 weeks after the wedding, Chisimdi woke up at midnight to strange sounds coming from the locked room. Whispers, footsteps, a woman crying softly. The next day she approached the door again. Her heart pulled her closer. She inserted the key she secretly picked from the chief's study. The door creaked open. Inside was a shrine of memories. Adora's gowns hung neatly, her perfume still fresh. A diary lay on the table beside a prophecy book. Chisimdi opened the prophecy. Her heart stopped. Written in Adora's handwriting were the words, "Any woman who tries to give my husband a child will bleed to death." Chisimdi dropped the book and staggered back. She ran to pack her things, but before she could leave, Chief Okonta caught her. The fear in his eyes was raw. "Please stay." Adora lied. She hated children. She created that curse. It's all manipulation. But the servants believed otherwise. The head maid whispered one night, "You're not the first girl he brought here to give him a child. The last one got pregnant and died before her 7th month. 2 months later, Chisimdi felt dizzy one morning. A test confirmed it. She was pregnant. The mansion changed instantly. The chief watched her every step. Servants locked windows, bolted doors, and burned incense. The nanny checked her belly every morning like she was expecting it to disappear. Then, the strange things began. Every night a shadowy figure stood at the foot of her bed. Sometimes it whispered her name. Sometimes it cried, Bloodstains appeared on her pillow every morning, yet her body showed no wounds. Sometimes she heard Adeora's voice calling from the locked room. One rainy afternoon, Chisimdi collapsed in the hallway. The nanny rushed to help, and in her panic, she dropped a letter. It slid toward Chisimdi's feet. She picked it. It was Adeora's final letter before she died. The truth inside shattered her world. Adeora had discovered that Chief Okonta belonged to an occult group. Their rule was simple. No child must be born from the lineage of a woman who refuses to join the ritual. Adeora refused. She died mysteriously, and he hid the truth behind a fake curse. The so-called curse was a smokescreen, so no one would question why women kept dying around him. Chisimdi was never chosen for love. She was chosen for sacrifice. Her due date arrived. Chisimdi woke up bleeding. She begged to be taken to a hospital. The chief smiled coldly. "We are going somewhere more powerful." He dragged her into the car and locked the doors. They drove into the heart of the forest, toward a shrine where red candles burned around masked men. The truth was naked. Tonight, she was the offering. As they prepared the altar, the head maid suddenly appeared, crying, "I warned you. Go, run!" She cut Chisimdi's ropes and pushed her into the forest. Chief Okonta screamed her name in rage. Chisimdi ran despite the pain, despite the blood, despite the contractions tearing her apart. Lightning cracked the sky as she fell beside an ancient tree. There, she gave birth alone. Her screams mixed with thunder. Her tears washed into the earth. And finally, the baby cried. She lifted the child and froze. On the baby's chest was a birthmark, the exact shape of the strange mark painted on Adeora's portrait. A spiral, a warning, a prophecy repeating itself. Was Adeora protecting her? Was the child chosen to end the chief's evil line? Or was this destiny? Never judge a woman's worth by her poverty, and never admire a man simply because he is wealthy. Some riches hide the darkest secrets. Chisimdi survived not because she was strong, but because truth always reveals itself, even in the deepest shadows. If this story touched your heart, like this video, subscribe, and tell us where you're watching from. And remember, some marriages look like blessings until you discover the price hidden behind the door.